Hi folks, how are you? Welcome to day 29. Wow, penultimate day. So I'm going to, obviously we're going to be wrapping up the course today and tomorrow. But that is just wrapping up the course, not wrapping up your Qigong practice. I hope that you've been inspired to perhaps continue your journey with Qigong. This has just been an introduction, not a course that finishes tomorrow and that's it, you've done Qigong, but I hope it's been an introduction that aspires you to want to continue and discover more about this beautiful practice, discover more about you, and learn more in a sense of how you can move, think, and how this helps you to move on in life. And I know, so it's not a goodbye, it's a welcome to chat, actually. It's a welcome to Qigong. And where to go from here. And I'm telling you this now, and I know we've got tomorrow, but what I want to do tomorrow is to be able to have less chat from me and complete the course with as much movement and form as we can do. So I'm getting sort of the housekeeping bits done today. I will be sending you a feedback form later on today, and I would so appreciate your feedback. Just to let me know your thoughts, you know, perhaps how it's helped you. Any generically, but you know, perhaps on the more subtle levels that you didn't expect from Qigong. So the form that I'm going to send you is there's just literally there's a question in there and that's it. You know, there is a question for you to answer should you wish to. But it will really help me just to hear back from you. I know I give this freely, this course, but it really does help for me to understand the things that you really liked or your things you didn't quite enjoy as much, so that I know through my teaching what people get and don't get, enjoy and don't enjoy. And that will help inform me and my practice and further help other people. The where to go from here is that quite a few of you know already, maybe some of you don't, but at 8 o'clock in the morning I offer a 40-minute class. Now already you have been doing 40 minutes in your classes. When we started back at day one, it was just a 15-20 minutes of movement, and now we've reached sort of a month into the course, we are doing at least 40 minutes. So the 40-minute classes will include everything that you have learned on this course, and you should have the confidence now just to be able to attend those classes and participate. And those classes are live every day. I show up Monday to Friday at 8 o'clock. If you can't make 8 o'clock in the morning, because for whatever reason, you can catch up, just like you have done with this course. And that impetus that to know that every day I am there live, COVID or not, I intend to be there live. and that hopefully gives you the impetus to be able to continue to practice this beautiful form. When we are allowed back in groups, and that day is going to happen, it's going to come, and perhaps we'll be able to practice together, and I will be able to teach you and meet you face to face. And those classes will happen as soon as we can safely get back together. Of course, I can't give you a time on that at the moment, but the word safe in there is really crucial for me. So today, we're going to continue moving, and we're going to be practicing with the layers that you have learnt already, and just establishing, embodying those layers in our practice. It's not necessarily a case of having to try and remember everything. And then if you don't, you're not practicing Qigong. That's not how it works. Practice the layers that come intuitively, that you feel that you need to work on. And sometimes, especially in the early days of your practice, you might feel that you only want to practice with the breathing, and just breathe and get the rhythm of your movement with your breath. And that's perfect. You may then think, actually, Dennis also mentioned something about pulsing. I'm going to start practicing my pulsing now. And then you can start adding your breathing and your movement and your pulsing. Then you're might start thinking, actually, I sort of got that now, I'm happy with that, my legs feel stronger. I'm going to start to add moving through the thick air, or moving with my joints like a puppet. And then you might start, actually, I've got that now, and all of this is coming a lot more natural. I don't really have to think about it too much anymore. It's just coming naturally. I'm going to start working with the health official and making the connections and moving the toothpaste, my inner ocean, through my body as well as you can, without pressure on yourself, without trying to reach goals. Just turn up and practice every day. And it's quite amazing when you come at it with that sort of mindset, with an empty bowl, that you're going to be able to fill it with experience and joy and de-stress and feel calmer and happier, and have a body that will look after you as much as you look after it. And that's crucial. So I'll send out via email the form later on today. Please do take a couple of minutes just to complete it. I'd really appreciate it. And within the form, as I mentioned right at the beginning of the course, it is offered for free. And I know many of you also have already donated. And the donation really is for, if you wish to donate for the course, is for how much you believe the course benefited you. And the donation goes towards me being able to continue to offer these courses, for me to be able to maintain the live classes, the website. And it's not necessarily paying for the course, because that's not what this is about. It's about you saying, I have enjoyed the course, so therefore I would like to fill in the blank. It's entirely up to you. Any donations would be greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you very much. So we're going to get on today. A couple of questions. I'm afraid that the old chatty is not working, so I can actually move this to the side. So a question we had in the Slack this morning was with regards to the imaginary rectangle. And the cow gazes at the moon. So when I taught you the cow gazes at the moon, I taught you to move your body to the left and to the right from the kwa. So it's the kwa that moves. The kwa opens and closes, and this has to mean that you soften your legs, so we're strengthening the thighs. We're actually strengthening our calves as well. But by doing this, we're opening and closing the kwa and using our core to do this. And this is what we do within Cow Gazes at the Moon. When we practice our swings, our warm-ups, we don't apply the rectangle. With this now, we're using this to gently open up the spine. And you can see here I'm not over twisting, not over swinging, just gently, just letting the spine very, very, very gently just open. And as I progress with my swing, and this is me, and it tends to be what happens, when the spine and we unlock the spine and it warms up and the fascia starts to warm and hydrate and grease itself, then you'll find without even trying that your swing becomes a little bigger. But we are by no means trying to swing all the way around. That's not what the point of the swing is. So the swing's about opening up the spine very gently and delicately. The Cow Gazes at the Moon rectangular movement is about using the core of our body, engaging the thighs and calves because we have to sink a little, and opening up the kwa. So this helps not only physically with the core, but also helps energetically by moving your inner ocean from one side to the other via the kwa. So I hope that helps. Another question that's been asked this weekend is about the feeling of sometimes after you've done some Qigong, you get a bit of a headache. And that is 9 times out of 10, that's because you're releasing the tension from your neck and your shoulders with all the arm movements that we're doing. So when you are moving, because we hold so much tension here, that release, it's sort of like, it's new, you know, wow, what is this movement? And sometimes when we're getting deeper into these really tight areas of the body, just imagine, you know, the blood that flows through your neck to feed your brain and back down again. If it's all clogged up here, it's going to, you know, there are going to be some sort of feelings afterwards that might not be so pleasant, but that soon does go, and we have to work through it. We can't live the rest of our lives with sort of concrete neck and shoulders. We need to get as much mobility in there so that inner ocean can flow freely. So unfortunately, if you do feel that sometimes you do get a bit of a headache, that is common, but it doesn't last very long. Of course, that depends on the individual with how much tension you're dealing with. Little and often every day helps just to ease it slowly rather than trying to do Qigong once or twice a week where your tension starts to build in again because it just sort of solidifies. So little and often is key, as you've heard me say. So I hope that that answers your questions. So let us ease in today's day 29. Sitting or standing in Wuqi. And gently sinking your mind into your body, noticing any areas of tension or discomfort, and you know, give yourself permission to wriggle, jiggle, adjust your posture. once you've adjusted your body and you tune into the stillness, bring your awareness to your breathing. Following the journey of your breath right from the beginning of your inhale all the way through to the end of your inhale, unforced. And your exhale, following the journey of your exhale right through to the end of your exhale. So your breathing is a movement onto itself. Ting. Listen with your mind, your sensitivity. Feel. Allow the sounds to come to you. Yeah, well done. Just gently, gently, slowly shake. The breath can be more audible now, breathing out through your mouth, releasing the stagnant air. And not taking an in-breath until you've released all your air. Breathing in through your nose and gently shaking out your tension. Swaying with the shake, playing with the shake. It's your shake, it's your body. You can tilt to the sides and forward. Good, lovely shaking. Remember, you can always shake limb by limb to encourage a little bit more shaking if you want to. Okay, so we slow that down, gently using our weight shift. Slowly open up your stance for the slush. Yi Dao, Qi Dao. Where your mind goes, your inner ocean, your Qi follows. Sink your mind into your body. Pour your ocean from one side to the other. Good. And gently, using the slosh, using the shifting of weight, we're going to slowly bring our feet back in to a hip width stance and very, very gently into swing one. As I was mentioning earlier on, you can always observe the rectangle because you are using the same parts of your body, but you're not so strict on holding the rectangle, especially when it comes to the top of the rectangle. You can just let yourself be freer, just engage the spine that little more. Good. And into swing two when you're ready. Shifting weight, turning your leg out from the kwa. Well done. Good, good. when you're ready, feet forward into swing 3. And the full swing when you're ready, so the arms split, one in front, one behind. Be careful of the knees, so just conscious that both knees are in line with the toes. If you find that the forward facing leg, your knee tends to buckle in a bit, don't turn your other foot out so much. So what I mean by that, if I stop my arms at the moment, if you find that this leg here wants to pull in a little bit, then this leg, don't turn it out so much, and this won't over-rotate the body. So you can just turn this out a little, and then once you're happy that your knees remain in line with your toes, you can then increase that movement just a little. Excellent, well done. Okay, and now slow that down, feet facing forward into the circles, gently, purposefully, deliberately touching the inside of the barrel. Remember, you can adjust the size of your circle by adjusting the width of your stance, your feet. Let your shoulders roll. And let's change direction. So as we're doing this, it's not just touching the inside of the barrel. Remember, we're drawing circles into the ground with the soles of our feet. So in the live classes at 8 o'clock, we do some of or all of the warm-ups. It depends on what I'm teaching, what time I have. But the warm-ups will be varied. And that will include some of everything that you've learnt in this course. And maybe even some new ones in time, but any new ones, everybody will be learning those from scratch. Excellent, good, good. And now, remember we did some spontaneous free-form movement, so over to you now. It's not about copying me, but creating circles, slowly discovering the movements of your body. And as you do move, see whether you can engage your whole body, right down from your feet, through your body. And see if you can connect from one side of your body to the other. So whether that's from hand to hand, across your arms, chest, from your toes, right up through your body to your fingertips. Wonderful. changing directions. Good. And open and close. So just like putting the gloves on, reaching out through your fingers, thumbs, closing, opening, closing. So you just bend your knees just slightly, but the knees don't go past the line of your toes. You fold into the quad, just about to perch, but you don't. You come back up. So you engage your sit bones. And be meticulous as you do this. Look at your hands. Sink your mind into your hands. And reach out through all of your fingers and thumbs to beyond your fingers and thumbs. Create space. Good. And next time you open, go really slow, super slow. And now open up your arms as if you're opening up your chest. Now without arching back, lift from the core of your body upwards, right through the core of your body. Lift your chin very slightly so you just feel your throat open. Now drop your shoulders and shoulder blades. So we're not arching back, but just the natural opening up of your chest will feel a natural arch. So you're not leaning back. Good. Now very slowly create loose fists as the hands come in front of you. Bring your forearms together and move your shoulder blades away from your spine. So in this position, you dropped your shoulder blades towards your spine. Now you're rounding off your back, moving your shoulder blades away from your spine, bringing your forearms together. As you do, create the C shape of the spine that we've done in previous movements. Open, back to that first shape, opening up from the core. Don't arch back, lengthening upwards, opening up your chest, dropping your shoulder blades, they're going towards your spine. Second shape, loose fists, forearms together, C shape with the spine, shoulder blades coming away from the spine. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And breathe out. And let your hands turn, float down either side of you. Just stand in Wu Qi just for a moment, ting and breathe. Well done. Okay. Little light shakeout. So that last warm-up we did is what we call the bamboo body. Two shapes, as you've just experienced, to create this bamboo supple-like body, but particularly we're engaging the spine and your shoulder blades. Your shoulder blades ideally should glide across your rib cage. If we did partner work here, what we would do is put your hands on your partner's rib cage and get them to do this type of movement or something very similar, so that you could feel or not the rib cage, the shoulder blades gliding over the rib cage. More often than not, they get stuck or they have very little range of movement. And that's because the fascia has stuck. So because there's been a lack of movement, there's not been any hydration or greasiness there. So when you move your shoulder blade, if that was my shoulder blade and that was my rib cage, it tends to move the whole body rather than having any range of movement. And then this can start to freeze the shoulder as well, and then the neck. So by doing these movements, I'm really focusing that it's your shoulder blades that are moving slowly away from the spine and towards the spine. It's going to help to hydrate them again and get that range of movement, which will then free up your rib cage, then free up your breathing, and then free up the space around your heart and your lungs, and then free up the space in your shoulders and your neck. So that's really, really important. So now you've had a couple of minutes, let's just gently ease into the form. Now, very gently, notice how you're feeling now. Notice how you feel as we just progress through the form. Measure your effort. So everything you do is effortless. Just like gliding yourself down a river, letting the water take you, but you just gently guide yourself within the water. Small, effortless movements to guide you. Standing in Wu Chi or sitting, connecting your three treasures. We're breathing, feeling, listening, mind in the body. Hands float out. Turn palms, yawning armpits. Discover, feel your chi. Make that connection. And gently with your breath, that's the first layer we apply. Breathe in. Start compressing your palm. And as you breathe out, hands coming back. Follow your breath. may want to start pulsing. And you may want to start using your intention to move your toothpaste, to engage with parts of the health official. Which parts can you engage with this movement? Notice, discover. And we're going to transition to movement 2, flying hand. Effortless. Breathe in and out. Good. And transition to movement 3. Peacock fans its tail. And you're just adding your layers. Breathing, moving, pulsing, connecting. Well done. Then we're going to transition into movement 4. Uphold the moon, which is C-shaped with the spine. Nice and gently, effortless. breathing, connecting gently, slow, flowing, melting, lengthening stretches, and releasing from those as you exhale. Good. I'm going to transition into movement 5. So as the hands come down, remember we need to pulse with the hands. One palm turns up, and then the body rises, and it sinks. Breathing in and out. Connecting your body as you move in this way through the swimming dragon. You may want to connect with the left or the right hand side of the body. And why not connect on the diagonal as if you've got dough between both hands, connecting it through your torso on the diagonal, down one arm, up through the other. Good, well done. And we're going to transition. Movement 6. Diagonal fly. Breathing in, connect into the center, to heaven and earth, you in the middle. Good, slosh. Breathing out. Keep it going, the movement, so rather than stopping in the center, it slows down, it slows right down, but doesn't quite stop. And now to help you connect a little deeper with the health official, continue to do this movement. And next time you diagonally fly out, before you come back in, turn your torso, your imaginary rectangle forward. Now come back into the center. Slosh, sweep. Turn your imaginary rectangle forward. Notice how you connect deep with your body when you do that. Now come back in. Good. Just conscious of your knees, what they're doing as you turn the imaginary rectangle forward. Keep your knees pointing in line with the toes. Wonderful. Transition. Movement 7. Rainbow dance. Whichever side you want to bow to, connect with that bowing side. Up to the center. Breathe out, connect to the other side. So it's like very much like your slosh, but this time you're moving your viscous slosh, your toothpaste, one side of the body to the other, filling the other side with toothpaste whilst this side empties, back to the center. Wonderful. Hands up, down, slowly, slosh to bring your feet back in for a hip width stance. Then your feet forward, hands rise for movement 8, cow gazes at the moon. Turn with your rectangle. Breathe into center. Breathe out, extend your arms. As your arms extend, connect through your arms into your shoulders. Perhaps from your shoulders to your shoulder blades. The moving of the rectangle is already moving the torso part of the health official. It's also going down your legs. Notice your legs. Notice how there's a gentle spiral as you turn from your rectangle through your legs. It's a subtle one, but it's there. Wonderful. Back to the center. Hands down. Movement 9. Heavenly Archer. Breathing in and out. In and out. Last one. Slosh to bring your feet in for a narrow stance. And let's close together. Nice long extended inhale. Extended Exhale, sinking your mind into your lower dantian. And close. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I look forward to receiving your feedback, and if there are more than one of you practicing from the same household but you've only registered with one name, may I please ask that you individually provide your feedback. Take good care of yourselves, take good care of each other. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.